Greetings to our First Pres family. May you know God's peace and protection today and every day. I'm a big fan of the Psalms. In them we find the full spectrum, from danger, persecution, fear, and doubt, to joy, restoration, praise, and thanksgiving. Often these contrasting experiences and emotions are addressed in the same psalm. We express our fears, acknowledge the danger and suffering around us, cry out in pain and frustration, but we know that God delivers. He has in the past and He will in the future. We simultaneously give praise to Him for what He has done and for what we know He will do. The Psalms are a good place to be in these uncertain times. Psalm 91 especially. It speaks of being spared from the deadly pestilence and plague that stalks in the night. It promises God's protection and refuge in scary times. It tells us salvation that transcends our earthly trials, salvation that is open for those who love the Lord and acknowledge His name. Pandemics are not new. When I was young, we lived with the threat of polio. And my grandmother told of her experiences in 1918 with the flu when she almost died. We have such greater medical resources and technology today than they did in 1918. Yet we're just as vulnerable and unprepared. But God is still here to comfort, protect, deliver. His faithfulness is our shield. We reflected on Psalm 91 in our session call last week. And verse 7 grabbed me. 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. I didn't immediately relate to the virus, but was taken back 50 years ago this month when I was in the Army preparing to go to Vietnam. I was attending briefings and going through training that provided less in the way of confidence than it did in apprehension. My first son was about to be born, and I knew I would be leaving soon after. Anxiety reigned in a family that had already suffered loss in war. I went to Vietnam, suppressed my fears, did my job, and came home. 60,000 Americans fell. Some 2 million Vietnamese fell. But as the Psalm says, it did not come near me. There were moments when the shadow of death was near, but I was protected. I didn't understand God's working in these experiences. To me, death in war is random, but I know that there is nothing random about God, purposeful yet merciful. I understand the blessing of God's protection, the safety from the arrow that flies by day. I understand the purpose and call He had placed on my life, and I'm thankful for the opportunities I have had to serve Him and my neighbor, even 3 times with Habitat for Humanity in the very country I went to war. His will has been done. So it will be with the coronavirus and any other dangers we face when we first call on His name. As John Newton wrote in Amazing Grace, "Through many dangers, toils, and snares we have already come. 'Twas grace that brought us safe thus far, and grace will lead us home." Thanks to you, God of grace and refuge, and blessings and health on all of our family at First Pres and beyond. God bless you.